Welcome to part 84 of Legend of Dragoon. In this part we'll bid farewell to Ulara, and although I am going to spend my money on an ultimate war god, I'll come back here off screen and get Dart and Miranda and Kongol's weapon and other things later on. Anyway, let's talk to Meru since she's the only person we need to find. Hey buddies, Karn was telling me about the teleporting device. It's not like back home. That's because the ancestor is weak back home. Anyway, and when are we going? We already heard lots about it from Karen, and we found out where we should go. You're coming too. Of course. Without me, the strongest of all, you cannot save the world. I'm not gonna doubt that, because she gets stronger as time progresses. Anyway, besides, I learn a lot from following Dart. Everybody's the same. Gigantos, humans, and Winglies. And I can't stand the destruction of a world where everybody lives. I think for the first time, I agree with Meru. Is this the first time? Leave here tomorrow morning. By that time, I'll be prepared so that I can send you on the way that goes to the home of the Gigantos from here. We could travel that far instantly? Then we might as well go directly to Rouge. Our power is becoming weaker day by day. That is our maximum power. I understand. Beggars can't be choosers. Take a boat to Rouge. It should have been prepared by the twin castles a short while ago. Was there a dock in that castle? I asked King Ziar and had him made one especially. Wow, these Winglies are on the ball. I'm surprised that he listened to a Wingly. Yeah, after one actually crashed his coming of age party. Anyway, there are no humans or Winglies when it comes to the end of the world. You don't need to thank us. Now it's not too much to say that the mission of the city is to send you off. Yes, and this is one way. This city has been looking after the world. Man, these guys have been prepared for Mobu Frama's ridiculousness. But they weren't prepared for Zieg. Well, they sort of are anyway. Let's go back to Charl. She has prepared beds for us. And if you happen to leave Ulara beforehand, you probably will get healed. Now, I will keep my party members being Meru and Haschel for this particular trip. Not that Meru will be defensively strong, but I'm going to see to it that we'll have to come back for that anyway. I will have to see to it that both Meru and Haschel will end up learning their additions on the way to our very first destination. Not just Rouge, but also to the very first signet. So with that said, now that it's day, let's head over to the teleporter and see if it's finished. And yes, I am going to go buy an ultimate war god, because I already have one anyway. And what's this? I just asked that question. Oh, naive boy, don't you understand? It's a send-off for great heroes. Why didn't we get that in the Force of Winglies? You shouldn't have. Don't be shy. No, seriously, why didn't we get this send-off in the Force of Winglies? As a matter of fact, the last time Wingley sent us somewhere, they tried to kill us for coming into the forest, if I'm not mistaken. As a matter of fact, they tried to kill us twice. But anyway, all story aside, that teleporter will lead you back to the home of Gigantus, but you'd be really amazed of where that portal actually leads. And not just that, this will basically mark the start of one of the longest let me rephrase that, the longest chapter in the game, because everything, and I repeat, everything starts in Rouge. And to be honest, I'm really starting to wonder why the hell Creator Soa actually made a giant weapon of mass destruction. Know what? On second thought, I think I know the answer to that. Perhaps Creator Soa was ticked off at Melbufram and wanted to annihilate him. Yeah, that must be the real reason. Oh, and remember that line, everybody must survive. Because it will come back to haunt you later on. Just call it a hunch. Anyway, with that said, we shall now enter the portal. And you'll never believe where that portal leads. Right outside here, where we can just simply stroll straight to the home of Gigantos. And remember that stone that we couldn't move several parts ago? We're about to fight the Garrett gang. That's where that leads to. At any time, you can actually come into that portal and go back to Ulara, and this is the only way you can get to Ulara. So if you happen to be fighting on the way here, there's a spot where you can heal yourself with rock flies. I'm pretty sure you already know this because this is the same spot that I used to grind enough level to face the Garrett Gate and actually utterly destroy them. And with that said, seeing Charles, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to rewrite the history books because not all Wingleys were cruel dictators, just Melbuframa and everyone who followed him. I'm not going to lie, Melbuframa sounds like a really massive jerk. So with that said, I am going to go to the Rockfly because I actually did get into some random encounters off screen, and I will meet you guys over in Flex. Whew, that's a lot of damn grinding. But we're here in Flex, and I bought that Ultimate War God, and not just that, I got Dart, his fairy sword. I got Miranda her weapon, and I do believe I got Kongo his weapon. Or was it Haschel? No, it was Haschel. I keep thinking Kongo's weapon is being sold over in Ulara. Anyway, you can talk to this big guy here and ask him to move. But once you enter though, folks, there's another place that we couldn't have access to that's now able to be accessed. In fact, thanks to Charles Frama, we can actually now go to the dock, not only here, and we don't have to walk all the way to the now, so that actually is a good thing. As a matter of fact, that's a great thing, because it was getting tiresome having to fight my way through the Badlands and going straight to now just to get to the boat. And also, you'll notice the boat actually isn't in the now by now, so yeah. And King ZR is also sending you off as well. With that said, with winglies and human alike trying to keep the world from coming to an end, all hope lies on the Dragoons. Cause Zeke is now a homicidal bastard who wants to undo everything that he did. Which is a real total buzzkill. With that said, we're also going to be reintroduced, sorry, to the Man of the Sea. And which probably would be one of the funniest moments of this entire part. Oh, you were here! Everybody looks confident. Although you are going to an unknown land, there's no hesitation or wavering. Actually, it's my hometown. A Man of the Sea isn't bothered by those things. How he just cuts the man off? He don't even know where the hell we're going. Anyway, we are ready to go. We absolutely have to stop the crazy conspiracy to annihilate the world. However, we should never give up rescuing our loved ones, either. Let us be going, Dart. The ocean awaits you! Ah yes, the Man of the Sea. Word of advice, people, when somebody's trying to give you directions on where to go, don't interrupt them. Anyway, the Commodore makes it so simple. But I assume that this will be a long journey, won't it? I just got finished saying that not too long ago. Yes. Then I think you better get what you need from the city and come back. Thank you. It's okay. I'm happy to help, Dart. Besides, please rescue Shauna. We give you our promise. Of course we will. I'll be waiting for you on the boat. So now you can go back and grind as much as you want. But eventually you'll have to come over here and talk to Kayla. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready? So just select yes we are, and we should be heading to Rouge. We are leaving. Now, I don't know if you're able to go within the ship. Let me see for sure. No, well, actually, yes, you are. If you really want to avoid random encounters, just go into the ship. And speaking of which, no way, no, of all things I run into, why this? No, I don't even have a sachet or anything to kill it with. Hold on, let me see if I can kill it with something. I don't even have a poison sting! Let's run away. We can't do anything to it. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the rainbow bird, and I'm ill-prepared to face it. Yes, rainbow birds rarely show up while sailing. Whether on the way to Rouge or on the way to, Fueno. Yeah. And I'm also showing off Meru's Ultimate War Guide. So with that said, this is just the last battle we'll be seeing for a while. Oh, doggone it. Oh, but trust me, we'll be running into high random encounter places. Well, not in this part, but in parts to come. And unless they're new enemies, I will cut the battles. The only reason I didn't cut this one is because of the fact that I bought a Ultimate War Guide and gave it to Meru. Anyway, welcome to Rouge. And everybody is so excited that somebody's here. Apparently nobody visits Rouge anymore. I don't know. But this place is where Haschel actually created the martial arts that he fought with throughout the entirety of the game. Also the home of Claire. It's been a long time. I wonder if anybody remembers me. Haschel! Yeah, it's me. Well, it's been maybe 20 years. You've been gone for such a long time. How have you been? I was looking for my runaway daughter, but I gave up on it. Claire, huh? I feel sorry to hear that. And who are these people? Are they your new pupils? No, they're my friends. I like for you to get to know them. But we don't have time now. They shouldn't have made that a separate sentence. Anyway, I have something important to talk to you about. Alright, come up. I'll listen to you. Come on, get over here. The floor's gonna give way. Now then, at any time you can go back on the sailboat. But also, you can just climb up on the ladders. It's best to investigate every single nook and cranny of this place, because it's really not that large. And there's also a treasure here. Anyway, hasn't changed a bit, huh? No kidding, this village is forgotten. We rarely have visitors from the continent. All we do is fish and sleep, fish and sleep. Practice and sleep, practice and sleep. That's about it. Nothing changed since Haschel left the village. Say, what's cooking? You came all the way here. Must be something important, huh? Yep, to be honest, we're looking for the way to the ancient cities. Ancient cities? What the heck are they? Those were towns where the long-gone Wingleys live. Do you know anything about them? Wingleys? What on earth are they? You lost me. You couldn't know. Let me explain. And it's a long explanation that has been cut out with a fade out. A world crisis? That's a pretty awful thing then. That's why we're in a hurry. Are there any old ruins around here? Things that humans couldn't make? How about this? There's a stick rising out of the sea. Could it be related? Oh, that thing in the sea. Indeed. Humans couldn't have made it. It could have been part of a tree, you know. Where is that? It's in the middle of the sea, but you can't get close by boat because there's an awful whirlpool. But you can see it clearly from the cliff top. Well, it suddenly came up, so you wouldn't have to know about it. Shall we try? Hope it's the one you folks want to go to. Now, with that said, before we actually continue on with the plot, which we will be doing in the next part, I'll be doing something else. Lil. As you can see, this is the daughter that Martel was taking care of. She's here in Rouge. And this is the reason why she was collecting all those Stardust. And yes, there is one here too. The thing is, you have to finish this event first before you get there. So quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Well, actually, yes it does. If you give Martel about 30 or more Stardust, her daughter will start feeling better. If you give her like 20, she'll ask you for more. Her daughter will still be in bed lying sick, and she'll keep asking you for more until you actually heal her. But 30 or more, and her daughter will be feeling fine. So that's pretty much the whole gist of getting all the Stardust. That and one other thing. Had I got the Stardust back in Vellweb, this would have been the last Stardust in the game. Meaning, I would have got the Vanishing Stone and gave me full rights for me to go and fight Faust. But unfortunately, like a dunce, I forgot it. So I'll just have to get it along with trying to fight Faust later. Much later. So once the story ends, just go back in. And now you just simply walk through the building, come on, bypass Lil, and turn to your left. Ooh, 100 gold. I could use that. But examine this stone right here, and you'll get what should have been the final Stardust in the game, but it's not. Instead, that's in Vellweb. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to give Martel whatever I have. And in the last one, I'll just give it to her, and then I'll just worry about fighting Faust later. Because my party isn't strong enough for that. No, they're not strong enough for it. So talk to her again. And give her what you have. And that should be a total of 49 Stardust. With that said, I'm going to end this, and we will continue on with the story, and hopefully we'll find the very first city we need to go to, Agilis. This is RPMan985. See you guys in part 85. Well, Rogue was nowhere near as bad or long as Ulara. Not saying Ulara is bad or anything, it was just rather long. Take care.